Okay, next we move on to another one of these very special, very unique properties, the Double Horseshoe River property. It's divided up into three tracts: the Floyd portion, which is 64 acres, the east portion, which is 96 acres, and the west portion, which is 127 acres. And as we take a look at the Floyd portion, you can see how the river wraps around this property and then goes through the middle of it, back around there. And then it continues along, bordering the Double Horseshoe East property. And again, this is one of those that you just really need to see to appreciate how beautiful this is. And then the river comes around, goes through the property, and then wraps back around. So going on to this property, it's really just like stepping back in time. And such an abundance of wildlife. I've seen just about everything that you would expect to see out in this area, including a blue heron, which I've never seen anywhere else, and like a beaver slide. It is just phenomenal. And then we have the west portion of the property, which also has the river going around it there. 127 acres, plenty of good building locations there. Just a phenomenal overall property. Okay, we've seen one of the best small farms and one of the best medium-sized farms. This is probably one of the best large farms in the state of Virginia. The blackened out portion in the middle is not available. Just pointing that out for clarification. This property has frontage on two separate roads. It has multiple entrances. As we've said, 166 acres. Well, we've had people out looking at this property, and they've pointed out numerous different places that they would think about building a house on it. You can put a pond on there. And I have mowed so much hay on this property, and I've also run cattle myself on this property. It is easily one of the best larger farms in the state of Virginia. The next property we go to is the Andrew Jackson Questenberry property. It's 100 acres. And along here, it has frontage along the creek. The road that goes through it is owned by the state. But if you want to get out away from everyone, well, this is the property to do it. And then you see that you have river frontage on the back side of the property as well. And next we go to the Phillips subdivision. It is 26 acres. In fact, it is the first property that I have subdivided on my own. The blackened portion is a access road that would be owned by lots 3, 5, 6, and 7. So we divided this up, make sure that all the lots had adequate access to water, road frontage there. And next we have the Gardner Farm, 107 acres. This is actually not for sale. I just included it in this video for completeness sake. And to get some good visuals here. Okay, next we have the C.B. Amburn property. It's 25 acres divided up into 3 different tracts. And as you can see, it backs up to the Double Horseshoe West property. If anyone wanted to get some additional acreage. Again, I've talked earlier about how soothing the sound of water is. Well, this might have the best sound and creek going through it that I've ever experienced. This is just one of those properties where you need to go there, turn off the ignition of your car, roll the windows down, and just sit and relax. Okay, next we have the Showalter property. 60 acres, Union Valley, Virginia. Have a couple nice building spots there. Next we come along to the Indian Creek property. It's 22 acres, divided into two separate tracts. As you might gather, it has frontage on Indian Creek, which is a Virginia stocked trout stream, and a couple different building locations there. Next property we have is 30 acres. It has a 3-bedroom house and a very large, very well built white barn on the property near the road. This property could be divided into two separate tracts, and if anyone wanted to convert that large white barn into a house, it would be very easily doable.